Hey guys, I think my grill has like an ancient curse on it.
Do you believe in the Illuminati? That's not something I'm going to talk about today.
Whoa, what is that?
Oh, maybe not.
And welcome back to the Codex Files Food. I appreciate you guys stepping in. So big shout out to all my fam. And tonight we're digging into Files 286. Crazy creepy. So do me the biggest favor, hit and smash the like button for me. Smash the subscribe button and join the family if you like videos like this.
This is the belly I was talking about yesterday. That was what we heard, and that shit was Y'all hear that? Oh shit! No.
Whoa, what is that?
Y'all tell me why I'm in Five Below and my daughter's like, ooh, look. And I'm like, girl, we are not getting that. No way. Look how they tried to dress it up and make it all pretty. Nuh-uh. And a Ouija board is still in a Ouija board. I can't believe they didn't set this out here, y'all. They are promoting this to the kids. Just casually have it sitting outside of the kids' house. That's crazy.
I'm at Target and I see a picture of a tattoo in here, right? I'm like, what is it, the Virgin Mary? No way. And then I zoom.
Do you believe in the Illuminati?
Who? I'm gonna turn that right on you, bro.
I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
I do, 100%.
I know you do.
I've never been invited.
Yeah. That's not something I'm going to talk about today.
That says a lot.
I am on an incredible supercell by Sydney, Nebraska. Look at these textures. They are absolutely insane. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at the blues at the top.
Ivanka Trump, she jumped off the boat. She goes, there's an island that no one's ever seen before.
Jared, can we buy it?
Ivanka Columbus.
Jared.
She jumped off the boat, swam there. They went barefoot on a island that is a ex-military base that has landmines, tunnels, caves. They went barefoot. No, not Crocs. Yeah. Barefoot. Yeah. To the top. Dude, it's just crazy. But then whose boat were they on?
Oh, the Rothschilds.
I'm home by myself. No, I don't think so. Tula, what was that? Oh, no. No, because I'm about to sit on the porch still calling it. Absolutely not.
That's the kind of video that creeps me out, guys. Listen closely. When she gets closer to the stairs, a voice says, "She's here." And then the music stops.
Okay, so I just went to turn on the bath, and look what came out of the faucet. This is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. It is like a black sludge with rust. It smells absolutely horrid, and yeah, definitely interrupted my plans to have a bubble bath tonight. So how's your Thursday going? Hopefully better than mine. Please, if anybody can tell me what this is or if this is normal, please tell me, because this is disgusting. Thanks. Bye.
Hey guys, I think my grill has like an ancient curse on it. I'm not sure how it got there, but there are some wizards visiting and I think they were just messing around. But yeah, I can't grill.
Here at Casey's in Lincoln, Illinois, check out these clouds. Crazy clouds out here in Lincoln. Crazy clouds out here in Lincoln. Look at this.
It looks very familiar, and it's SAR, and I get over here, and I'm finally good. I'm good with that. Oh no, later. So, okay, that's fine. What we can see. So, the windows, the lights are open. So, usually, those.
When you go to B and M for some chocolate during the heat wave in the UK.
I don't have this one actually. Oh, maybe not. What about this one? Oh, maybe not. Oh my god.
Even stores don't have AC. What in a third world? I don't know if I can live like that.
There is a heat wave going on right now in Europe, and people are they're passing away.
It's crazy. They're jumping in rivers. People are fighting. No, literally, they're fighting like Black Friday to fight for fans, and they don't have any AC.
So there's reports in France to where it's hitting temperatures upwards to like 110. Same thing in Germany. They said in the last 24 hours in Paris alone, 109 people died. They died from heat stroke, drowning. This is abnormal though, because obviously what's been happening happening in Venezuela, the earthquakes and whatnot, that's unheard of.
Before we get into that, I
Right.
just want to play a clip from somebody that I know that's on the ground there and been kind of telling me what's going on over there.
Right.
It's true. People are trying to get like fresh water. They are like jumping into the river called the Seine and they die because of don't know how to swim. It's crazy. It's just getting crazy. And they are finding like many people dead in the houses because it was too hot and that's crazy.
Damn. So this is happening across Europe. They're having this heat wave. And then not only that, we're having these earthquakes around the world, right? We had Japan, Philippines, Venezuela. So something's going on with the earth. Here's the thing with Europe. Our good old friend, Bill Gates of hell.
Oh, shit.
Guess what he invested into? He invested into a geoengineering project. They spray something in the sky and it has some type of reflective component to it to where when heat hits it, it actually doesn't go down. It reflects back up into space.
And then we see that they have some shit called earthquake lights now.
So, okay, there's literal video that people have been posting all around the world when these earthquakes are happening to where right before an earthquake happens, there's lights in the sky. It's like flashing and these weird lights. And it's like you see it over a mountain and these red lights and all different types. It happened in Turkey.
Earthquakes don't have lights since
That's-
when?
So it could have something to do with geoengineering or some type of UFO intervention, something, because there's even reports and video to where they saw during the California fires, these black ghostly looking things are flying around.
You already know what I'm gonna say.
What?
Ask Me the Movie.
Okay.
Mothman Prophecies.
Oh, okay.
It looked like a big moth, but it was all black. And it's at disasters.
So these beings that we're seeing, it could be some type of UFO technology to where if they are using it, maybe these like kind of apparitions kind of appear because we're using their tech.
I mean, it's kind of like the orb thing too, where they were seeing this orb.
Oh, that was Israel. The orb came down, then another orb came down, and then they shot up.
I think it could be something of the sorts, some type of something that's prophesizing or summoning, but it's weird that we have these earthquake lights and then these earthquakes happen.
So the earthquake happens on the ground, and then I see some lights in the sky.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
It's
what
some
I'm
bullshit.
like,
How the
make
fuck
it
that
make
work?
sense. It's bullshit.
It is said that non-physical beings, psychic energy parasites, arrived on the planet. One of their many names is the Soul Catchers. They travel from planet to planet, even jumping across dimensions and timelines to create discord among other beings, then harvesting the resulting disagreeable energy as a food source. This is it, y'all. They developed an ability to generate mass conflict frequencies that agitate and manipulate minds to consume the inharmonic essences or vapors emitted by people living in chronically stressed states of consciousness. I'm going to read it again. These beings, developed an ability to generate mass conflict frequencies that agitate and manipulate minds to consume the inharmonic essences or vapors emitted by people living in chronically stressed states of consciousness. They crafted a type of human agricultural project, or a worldwide energy farm in which stress and confusion are the key ingredients that domesticate most of the population all the time. I'm gonna say it one more time. They created a type of human agricultural project or a worldwide energy farm in which stress and confusion are the key ingredients that domesticate most of the population all the time.
That's a sign of a sinkhole, or maybe she found a portal to Wonderland.
Guys, अभी मैं घर से निकली थी गाड़ी से कुछ सामान लेना, मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा यहाँ पे क्या चीज़ है। मैं इसके पीछे छुपी हुई हूँ।
Bro, tell me why I'm actually convinced that right now in 2026 that there has been some sort of timeline shift, and that I definitely shifted timelines, because when was Payless Shoe Stores ever Payless Shoe Source? People in my hometown chime in, because I looked up the one in Grand Junction and the one in Glenwood Springs and it says Source. Like, what?
Viendo acá qué onda. Y mira, se ve como si hubiese una persona parada, o un cuerpo, algo sentado ahí, no sé qué onda, boludo. Encima vas, me reasusté y sacas esto y mira, nada. No sé de qué se hace, mira. Como una persona sentada, o parada, no sé.
What did your daughter say, or did she say anything when she saw it?
At that age, my daughter liked watching the Van Helsing movie that was out way back then. The one that had like the werewolves and all. You probably know the movie. She said it looked like one of the werewolves from Van Helsing. She goes, Dad, it looked just like what we saw when we watched the Van Helsing movie. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, it did. Except it was black. Those were more gray looking, but this creature was black, like a shiny black coat. Big ears like a German Shepherd. You could see it had big teeth. And it just stared at us. She didn't really know what to think. She just kind of like was in awe, like her mouth was wide open. She was staring at this thing, looking past me. She saw it first too. I wouldn't have even known it was there. I don't know what made her turn around or why she looked. Maybe she was just looking to see where I was behind her and noticed this thing behind us. But to me, it's the oddest thing, because I would have never expected to see a creature like that where we saw this.
When you say you could see its teeth, was it smiling, or did it, what?
I don't know that I'd call it a smile, but it had its mouth open enough that I could see it had canine teeth. You know, its teeth were probably like that, roughly. Its eyes were considerably bigger than a person's, you know, like that big. And it looked like something that you would not want to ever mess with. You know what I mean? Like, the biggest, strongest person would be no match for this, in my opinion. And again, our view was unobstructed. There was nothing in the way. It sounded like it was super mad. That was the scariest part. It was letting out this loud growl, and it sounded like this thing, if it got a hold of you, who knows what it could do to you, you know, is what I thought to myself.
The US diarrhea parasite has spread to even more states, with the CDC now warning that hundreds were infected after doing this common activity. For background, the US Center of Disease Control discovered an outbreak of a rare parasite known officially as Cyclospora cayetanensis that once contracted will cause severe stomach cramps, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea after about a week, with serious cases requiring hospitalization. However, the weirdest part is that historically, this parasite was not commonly found inside the United States and cannot spread directly from human to human, meaning that in the past, infections could only happen after traveling abroad. But in this case, none of the hundreds of officially infected patients reported leaving the country, suggesting that a common food or water source is responsible. The outbreak began in New York, where around 100 people are confirmed to be infected before spreading to 17 other states, including across much of the East Coast and all the way inland to Texas.
My only question is, did the World Cup bring it to us?
King Solomon Lodge, number 6, of course, right here, live in Gallatin, Tennessee. Now you can see their door right there, right? With their, of course, upside down order of their Eastern Star. Let's check out the little church they've implemented. MK. Ring any bells, guys? Miracle Kingdom. I'll go ahead and let you guys do the homework here tonight. Go ahead and look up Miracle Kingdom and just check out their website. Tell me it's not creepy as all heck. I'm Sammy the Kid with Food Shelter Water on YouTube, reminding you guys that your government is lying to you and the Masons are very bad people. A lot of them don't know it, but guess what? The truth is coming out and people are figuring it out. I don't like this place. I don't like Miracle Kingdom, and I don't like their loading dock over here. Whatever's possibly going on with their loading dock. I don't know why a Masonic Lodge needs one with the kiddie pool. A little creepy, if you ask me.
Something about this weather just doesn't seem right anymore, bruh. Something about the planet itself doesn't seem right anymore. Yellowstone is getting hit with a snowstorm, and we're only days away from July 4th. Y'all, look at this video.
Well, here you have it. June 28th in Yellowstone. We are at 8,300 feet, and it is freaking snowing like it's December. I mean, I'm in flip-flops.
This shit is crazy.
Because I was too dumb to put my boots on at the last pullout. But yeah, it's like a winter snow globe out here, and it's summer. This is insane.
On top of that, you have parts of Europe experiencing heat waves. Deadly heat waves. Those temperatures is well above normal, bruh. Think about it for a second. One place look like winter, while another place look like a fucking burning furnace. When people around the world keep seeing back to back to back unusual weather patterns, unusual things happening in this world, people won't start asking questions like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is it just another extreme weather pattern? Or is this shit becoming unpredictable? Or is somebody fucking with some shit? Is it just me or shit is fucked up?
Bro, how long? Have to call the cops. It's the only way.
Yeah, we're gonna.
You gotta do it now.
Nah, there has to be a way to get you out here.
No, you can call like the maintenance people.
That shit.
This is
How
so
are you
bad.
feeling about this?
This is fucked.
Just doing something. Just doing something.
Maintenance people. It's called serving time for trespassing.
Did them turning off CERN have something to do with the earthquake in Venezuela? Now, if you remember, the last time they turned off CERN was in 2018. And the next year we had COVID, we had UFOs, we had all of these disasters. And some people speculated it had something to do with them shutting down CERN. And once again, they shut down CERN and we see this very large earthquake happen in Venezuela. So do you think that something terrible, something bad is going to happen because they now again have shut down CERN? And I'll tell you something strange. The last few days, the last week, I should say, I've been having these sort of memories come back to me, like childhood memories that I had forgotten about. And it seems like all at once, all of these memories have just been coming back to me. And I couldn't figure out why. And then I seen, that they were shutting down CERN again. And I wondered, is it sort of resetting the timeline and these memories are coming back to me? I don't know, what do you guys think about the whole CERN thing?
After earthquakes, floods, and political turmoil, the skies are now turning red. This is what Venezuela's capital of Caracas looks like today. And while there's a perfectly scientific and non-apocalyptic explanation for this phenomena, with the backdrop of the year that Venezuela has been having, it's fair to understand why this has triggered such a huge amount of superstition online. Because not only was the country thrown into political chaos after Maduro was captured in January, but then the war broke out in the Middle East, only exacerbating their economic hardship. After that, they were hit by not one, but two devastating earthquakes, one of which was the most powerful they've experienced in over 100 years. And right as residents are picking up the pieces and searching for the bodies of their loved ones in the rubble, they've been hit by a third natural disaster. Severe flooding is now swept through the country's northwest, submerging homes, overflowing rivers, and causing landslides. And this is all while 43,000 people are still unaccounted for from the earthquakes alone. NASA estimates that nearly Nearly 60,000 buildings have been destroyed or damaged, and a food crisis is now looming, with the World Food Program appealing for $50 million to provide emergency food for up to 500,000 people. So, whatever you do, be sure to keep the people of Venezuela in your thoughts and prayers.
Help. No, I'm actually confused, bro. What am I doing here, bro? What is going on? What? Bro, I had a nice sleep in my yard, 3 hours sleep in my yard. And then I randomly spawned here, bro. I just woke up and I randomly spawned here. I'm actually so confused. What is going on, bro? What in tarnation is this? I'm in some entirely different multiverse. What's going on? Look at the speed of this train. I'm in some underground tunnel, bro. What? Bro, I need help, fam. Like, what is this language? Bro, someone help me. What? Mercy, the news avoir. But I don't understand what is going on, bro. What? Bro, I need help, bro. What's going on? I'm in. But how am I meant to get home like this, man?
Bro slipped into the French rooms.
Scientists dropped a batch of ordinary human stem cells in a dish and added no sperm, no womb, and no egg. And the stem cells assembled themselves into a structure that copies a 2-week-old human embryo. The Weizmann Institute did it. No fertilization of any kind, just stem cells that, in the right conditions, self-organized into a complete model of a 14-day embryo placenta yolk sac. The earliest structure, all forming in the right places. And to be clear, because it matters, this is a model. It's not a baby. It can't become one. It's a working copy of the blueprint built from scratch outside a body. The intentions are good. Study why pregnancies fail, grow tissue for transplants, and maybe also test drugs safely. But sit with what just happened. The earliest blueprint of a human now being self-assembled with no parents involved. Right now, it's only a model, but the gap between a model of an embryo and an actual embryo is only one breakthrough away. If you want to stay updated on more dystopian tech news, then sign up for my free newsletter through the link in my bio. But as always, think about it, let me know what you think, and follow me.
Everybody keeps talking about the streets in LA, got a problem out here. The streets in LA got a problem. The streets in LA are fine. Just a very dark pit that goes on for a very, very long time. The streets are fine, because that's there, and nothing bad will happen. The streets are fine.
Do you know that a pig is a grafted animal? It's 3 animals put together: a cat, a rat, and a dog. It was a eugenics experiment that mixed their genetic makeup to produce the pig. Think about it. Does it not look like a rat a little bit? And it barks like a dog. Even the Bible in the book of Isaiah mentions the swine and the mouse together because they are connected. But inside a pig, you have these natural enemies, cats, rats, and dogs, living together. That means the nature of a pig is self-conflicted. And remember, you are what you eat.
1950 show Bewitched. We all remember it. We've seen it on reruns. We've seen it at Nick at Night. This show was based on the main character that was a witch that did magic. My question is, what did she do right before she cast a spell? She did one particular thing. What did she do? A lot of people like myself remember her wiggling her nose. Do you remember her wiggling her nose? She used to wiggle her nose right before she did a spell on somebody. Guess what? She never wiggled her nose. Nope, she never wiggled her nose. No, the main character of Bewitched never wiggled her nose. She is from the show. Check it out. She actually wiggles her lips. She never wiggles her nose. Now, this a Mandela effect? Everybody thinks that she wiggled her nose, but we all just accepted she was just wiggling her lips. And it would probably be hard to wiggle your nose on television, but we all remember her wiggling her nose. Now, did we all just accept that her wiggling her lips was wiggling her nose? Where did this idea come from? Is it a Mandela effect? Did she used to wiggle her nose? I remember her wiggling her nose. I always thought she wiggled her nose, but apparently she has never wiggled her nose, only her lips, and we all just accepted it. Or did we? Let me know.
Yo, what the fuck? Someone just wrecked into my crib, bruh. Huh? Someone just crashed into my house. I swear to God. Yo, you straight? Yo! Cam, get out the car, bruh. What the f, dude?
This is why kids should not play GTA.
You've brought up this topic of the Supra-elite. And that's something that, you know, Tucker Carlson, I guess, coined it or something.
Yeah, he did a great job. Like the way he put it is, I think, pretty spot on.
So what do you think of that? Where do you stand in terms of a supra-elite government pulling the strings, maybe calling it the puppet masters?
Yeah, I still can't see it. So I can't tell you exactly how it works, but I am as close to 100% confident that it exists. And what Tucker was saying is that the way it's been sold to us throughout our lives is that the president and the leader of the biggest countries in the world, they're like the top layer. And that's what it is. And yes, they have people that fund them. Yes, they have some business interests, but they're the most powerful people in the world. If you still think that, then you're someone who hasn't read through the Epstein files, in my opinion, because what Tucker laid out is that there's actually really 2 layers above that.
2?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So really the guys like Trump are actually the 3rd layer. And then a dude like Bill Gates, it's kind of tough. You can make an argument technically that he's any of one of 3 layers. But most of the first layer are people that you never really heard about before. You weren't allowed to talk about, or all the above. And the way I like to break it down is Jeffrey Epstein is Mike Ehrmantraut. He's a billionaire Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking Bad. So if you've seen Breaking Bad, you end up in the show, spoiler alert, basically having Walter White, who's cooking all the meth and is this really powerful meth guy, but he ends up having to report to a dude who's 2 layers above named Gus Fring, who nobody even knew existed. And the dude who does all Gus Fring's errands is Mike Ehrmantraut.
Yeah.
And so Walter White feels like so empowered and like he can do whatever he wants and yelling this and yelling that. And then Mike Ehrmantraut pulls up in his Lincoln Town car, listens to Walter White vent for 5 minutes, and then needs to slap him like a bitch at the end if he needs to put him in his place. Because he's like, yo, I don't work for you. You work for me and I work for the real guy. So you have that top class of like bankers and technocratic elites, and then that middle class where Jeffrey Epstein is, and there's nothing middle class about him. He's a billionaire, and the other people in that class are definitely of the same kind of category. But that middle class are the fixer class.
The fixer.
They're the fixer class, the Mike Ehrmantrauts, who basically go to the top class and say, all right, what are we doing? All right, we'll go down here and get this shit in line. The way that Jeffrey Epstein and some of his pals talk about the people that we put into office or the people that are a part of those administrations around the world is like adults talking about children in the other room at the children's table. You know, they don't, there's no level of like respect there. There's just access.
That's just access.
Yeah.
So the 2 levels you're saying, so when someone comes to you and is like, who's the most powerful person in the world? They'll probably say, it's probably Donald Trump, Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin.
No.
When you hear that, what do you think? You're thinking,
no way.
There's no way.
I don't, I'm not saying they're not powerful. They are.
Yeah.
All right. Like, let's not take this all the way. Like, they have absolutely no power. But no, I think there's a layer we can't see. And
early 2014, Matthew started receiving strange messages on his phone. They were from his local Walmart. Each message said the same thing. Walmart had a prescription ready for a woman named Anita Townshend. Matthew didn't know anyone named Anita Townshend. At first, it seemed like a simple mistake, but then he searched the name online. What he found terrified him.
He had found on the internet that Anita Townshend had been murdered.
He wondered why he was receiving text messages meant for a murder victim. The Walmart messages kept coming, each one telling Anita Townshend to pick up her prescription. Matthew never responded. Soon, Walmart started sending voicemails about the prescription. Matthew became paranoid. There was one reason the messages scared him so much. Matthew was the killer. When Matthew committed the crime in 1997, he didn't know the name of the woman he ended. So when he saw the the name Anita Townshend, he convinced himself she must have been the victim. Then something even stranger happened. Matthew received a Walmart advertisement in his mail. To anyone, it would look like junk mail, but to Matthew, it felt connected. The text messages were from Walmart, the voicemails were from Walmart, and now the mail was from Walmart too. His paranoia led him to the conclusion that someone knew about the 17-year-old murder and was playing mind games with him.
Obama doesn't visit normal movie set. Steven Spielberg let fly on Michelle Obama's podcast that her husband, Barack, visited Steven Spielberg, I guess they're good friends, on the set of Disclosure Day.
Right.
So that implies some sort of deep interest on behalf of Barack in what Steven Spielberg is doing?
I've been obsessed with Betty and Barney for years. We even put a scene with Betty and Barney into the Dark Skies pilot. And then Barack Obama and Michelle Obama announced they're going to make a Betty and Barney movie, which they've abandoned. That ain't happening.
But the fact that they're that interested.
Yes. What was he doing saying, I'm going to make the Betty and Barney thing?
Right.
I think Barack, he knows a lot.
He clearly does. And then he says on this podcast, in this like rapid fire questioning section, he goes, aliens are real. And then he sort of moves on and he goes, but it's not like, this beings, under Area 51 or whatever.
Don't forget to wear bright clothes. It helps with finding the body.
The FDA just accepted a petition to irradiate raw enriched wheat flour with up to 30 kilogray of ionizing radiation to kill off E. coli and salmonella. For context, 3 to 4 kilogray would be instantly lethal to humans. The petition was filed earlier this month by Sterigenics and is now open for public comment. Apart from the immense radiation, it's worth mentioning what's already happening to your flour. Conventional milling strips the bran and germ entirely, removing most of the fiber, magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins. A 2021 paper in the journal Nutrients links refined grain consumption to gut dysbiosis and systemic inflammation. To cut to the chase, what this means is the baseline product is already working against your microbiome. Now add in a high dose of ionizing radiation on top of that. More research shows irradiation at any level can further degrade B vitamins. So just to be clear, here's what's happening. Conventional milling strips the natural B vitamins, which are then added back with synthetic versions. This new irradiation process would zap the enriched flour, which has the potential to degrade the added synthetic B vitamins. You can't make this up.
And that's a wrap on this episode. Fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.